aftus jacks. Okay. Aftus being a move invented by, I believe it was, it wasn't Di Vernon. It was Ed Marlowe, I believe, invented the aftus move. It's an acronym for something which I can't be bothered going into. But the point is, there's various ways of doing the move. And this is my little invention, aftus jacks. And what you do is you are going to get 3 people to choose cards as per performance. And control them to the top. So this is how we start. Okay. Now there's various ways of doing this. Okay. I'm going to teach you something I've used recently. It's a very effective way of controlling cards quickly to the top. Now don't get me wrong, you could do them individually. What I'd say at the beginning is, if you choose a jack, I want you to put it back because we're going to use the jacks for later in the trick. So anyway, they take 3 cards. Okay. Let's get rid of the joker. Okay. Now, if you've been into magic and card magic for any length of time, you'll have your own way of getting 3 cards to the top. Multiple shift, I'm not going to teach that right now. I'm going to teach something to get to the quite interesting. But you could do it individually. So you take 1 back. You know, professionals might do a pass here, and then cut over to the second one, and maybe a double undercut to the top, and then top half goes over, 3rd card comes down, and then, you know, again a double undercut. And that's fine, that's great, that brings them all to the top. What I'm going to teach you here, so everyone has their own way. So anyway, this is for some of you out there who might be interested in this. I love it actually. This is called a Charlie cut. And all I'm doing here, the cards are high up in my hand, and I'm using my thumb to break the bottom cards there. Now again, they'll probably do, I'll do a close-up of this, but the Charlie cut is I'm dropping the cards there, my fingers come under there, and that goes over there. But what I do here, I don't complete the cut. I cut there, I put the card in there, close, but keep a break above it, and then I double undercut to the top. Let me show you that again, because sometimes I just do a straight pass. There's the cut. Before, as I'm doing the cut, this goes in. There. I'm squeezing the cards in and keeping a break, and then I might just do a pass, which I know the beginners out there might be too comfortable with the pass, but it's basically just a shift of the cards. Watch again, I cut, Charlie cut, and while it's there, as I bring that up, this goes in. Okay, I push, and then I simply do a pass. I'm saying simply, I know a pass is not easy to most people. So there's different ways of doing it, but if you're going to do it this way, cut, let's do the simpler way. There, you could actually just cut the break and do 1 cut, you know, and people will still be fooled. A bit more effective if it goes in and you do a double undercut, which means you've got the break, but you take half the cards below the break over, and then cut to the break and bring them over. That's a double undercut. It's simple slight, but it brings the card to the top. Once again, there's the cut. It goes on top. Push. So you keep a break. Okay. Half the cards under the break. The rest of the cards under the break. All 3 cards are on top. Okay. So let's just say the 2 8s and the 10. So that's the control. Nothing new there as far as I'm concerned. But this is all mine now. Say it all mine. The aftus is old, but this is what I've come up with. So you control the cards to the top. Needless to say, they're not aware of this. You can add your false cuts or whatever. You can add a few false shuffles, it doesn't matter. The messier the better. Here's where the sneaky stuff starts. What you do now. Oh, sorry, I've got to backtrack. Okay, let's get the jacks back in there. I forgot the famous Vernon add-on move. Okay, so you've got the 3 cards on the top, and of course they're not aware of that. Now you're going to bring out the jacks, and in bringing out the jacks, you're going to add the 3 cards, which are now at the bottom of the face-up deck, to the jacks with the Vernon transfer move. I've taught this in one of my other DVD books, so I'll go through a little more briefly here. Basically, you push out the jack, 2, 3, 3, and where have you gone? 4. So this is the move. The cards are out. As I said, I've taught this before, but basically you're going to keep a break above the bottom 3 cards. This is how it works. You push the jacks over and grab the deck. Now your hand comes from under the deck to grab the jacks, but it brings the 3 cards from the bottom, like this. They don't see that because as I push them out, the jacks are hiding the cards, okay? Now, I think in other routines that I taught in other books, you know, there's some routines where you need to sort of strip out and then keep the jacks and then take them out. No, this is easier because all you're doing is you're just adding the jacks, and that's it. You're not putting anything back at the bottom of the deck. So that's basically the move. You've got a little break under the top 3. You take the jacks out. You angle them slightly this way. These 3 with the cards, you just simply strip out the jacks and add the cards and quickly sort of square them, and that's it. Looks perfectly fair. And if you want to convince it, you can either go 1, 2, 3 and keep the rest, all these cards as 1, but really there's 3 cards behind it. So you see, we've got the jacks there. Yeah. Now here's the aftus move, as it were. What you're going to do, you're going to bring the jacks over, but you're going to take the top card, which is the top face down card, under and keep a little break. Okay, so that's basically it. You've got all the cards here, which in effect are the 4 jacks and the 3 face down cards. The audience are only aware of the jacks. You get a little break under the top card. Your hand comes over, takes the top card and keeps a little break. Yeah, so the top card is there under with a little break, and there's the aftus part. What you're doing is you're going to go 1 jack and push it underneath. Yeah. 2, push it underneath. 3, push underneath, but then leave everything above the card that you kept the break on. And the illusion is that all the jacks are here, yeah? And you can even do this, and there's 4, but you've only got 1 jack here and 3 cards, which are theirs. How clever is that? Here you have 3 jacks underneath this top card. I'll do it very, very quickly for you. I might do a close-up as well for clarity. So you strip the cards out, okay. You strip the cards out and you have the 3 chosen cards under the jacks. You come over, take a little break, grab the top card, take it away, slide the jack, slip it under everything, 2, under everything, 3. Now when you slide over, you drop everything above the break, and the illusion is that 4 jacks are here, but there are actually 3 are here. Now you can do a Charlie cut. I just do a straightforward cut, stick them down. That puts the jacks face up in the middle of the deck. So, what do I do next? I can do this, because 1 jack is showing. And what I do, I ask them to put the hand out. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these cards in the hand, but at the same time I'm going to steal the jack away, and it's a side steal. Basically my fingers come up under, push across and take that jack. That's called a side steal. Again, maybe a close-up later, I'll do later for you. But it's done like this, very casually. There's the jack. It's obviously done face down here. I say put your hands out, and because they're sort of concentrating on the hand, that's where their attention is, I just slide the jack into my palm using a side steal. So, look at the choreography. Do me a favour, could you just put your hand out? There's the jack gone. Okay. And you always use the hand with the card palm to put the jacks down. It's one of those things in magic that somehow if you're doing that, there could be nothing in there. So there you go in the hand, and I even do this. Put your hand together, and I've done that with the jack. Put your hands together. Now they're convinced they have 4 jacks. They have 3, and guess what, folks? They're the 3 cards that were chosen. How cool! And then my line is, what I'm going to try and do is, I'm going to try and take the jacks out your hand without you actually feeling it. Really? Yeah. So I say relax, and basically all I do is I come over with the palm card and just bring it out like that, just over their hand, and up it comes. Yeah. So it's just like, okay, touch, and then basically it's not a move. I'm just bringing the card out of my palm with my fingers. So it's okay. Let's hear it again. Oh look, there's one. Now sometimes, because I like the back palm, I will actually do a back palm and bring it this way. So that's the back palm. I don't think I'm going to go into teaching that right now. Oh, yes, I'll be teaching that in another routine on this very DVD. So that's the back palm. So, you know, you've got the card here, obviously. What I do is I get it into back palm, bring the hand over, and then bring it this way. It looks a bit more magical. Wow, a jack is now there. And then I say, okay, well, what do the 3 jacks? And then I just simply take the deck, riffle, spread, and there's 3 jacks face up in the middle. Wow. And of course the revelation then is if the 3 jacks there, what's in the hand? Because they can still feel something, and when they open their hand, the 3 so-called jacks are now the 3 cards that were chosen. Okay, quite a lot going on there. I didn't realise it's quite involved. Then an add-on move, bit of palming, the aftus move. It's all good stuff. Some of the beginners out there will need to work at that. Some of the more experienced guys, I hope you think it's a decent routine. Thank you.